What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to talk about my top 10 altcoins that I'm buying this month before the Bitcoin halving that I think are worthy of being in my own portfolio moving forward, as well as potentially yours. Now, all of these projects are ranked in order of actual percentage allocation in my portfolio. So we're going to go from top to bottom, and I'm going to give you some bullet points on why I like the project, why it's different, what it's doing, why I'm bullish on it. So let's jump right in. Number one is Kaspa. Now, Kaspa is 100% fair launched. The tokenomics, they mirror Bitcoin almost to a T. Solves the trilemma, in my opinion. Smart contracts are not out yet, so it's not 100% proven, but the speed and scalability of Kaspa, I think, are going to prove in the long run that it actually will solve the trilemma. One of the biggest reasons why I'm still buying Kaspa at its current market cap of $3 billion is because it still has the tier 1 exchange listing potential as a catalyst. It's not listed on any tier 1 exchange yet, and tier 1 exchanges have to buy Kaspa on the spot market in order to list them. And I'm pretty confident that if not all 5, at least some of them are going to list Kaspa because they don't want to miss out on the trading and profit potential of having Kaspa listed on their exchange. So what that's going to do is be a huge catalyst for price appreciation moving in to this next bull run, the next couple years. I still think that Kaspa has a 30 to 50x potential in price appreciation, market cap appreciation. I also would not be surprised if the stars align and all 5 tier 1 exchanges list it, rolls out its smart contracts this cycle. We could see a much higher price target for Kaspa. Kaspa is the only project that I am holding in my portfolio this bull run that I'm going to keep a percentage of through the bear market and into next cycle, because I think it's that important of a project moving forward. And I don't think that the crypto space realizes it and understands that yet. I highly recommend that every portfolio out there has a little bit of Kaspa inside of it. Moving on. Number 2, Solana. Now, Solana is ranked number 5 overall in market cap, and it's heavily VC backed. The VCs are going to pump the price. There's no question about it. They did it last cycle. It was one of the best movers, and they're going to do it again this cycle. I am going to be on that train when it happens. You've already seen over the last year, it's been one of the best movers in the space. It's fast, it's scalable, and it's cheap. Now, it's got a $78 billion market cap as of right now. That's pretty dang high, but there's going to be a lot of money flowing in to the crypto space over the next 2 years, and that market cap will go a lot higher. I think there's a possibility that Solana even flips Ethereum this cycle. Now, Solana also right now has some congestion issues. I think 75-ish% of the transactions are getting rejected right now, which obviously is not the best look in the world. But let's go back over the last 3 years and look at how many outages Solana has had, how many congestion issues Solana has had. What the market has said in response is we don't care, because the price keeps going up and the user experience and the user interface is so clean and easy and simple to use that retail chooses Solana over Ethereum. As far as a price prediction goes for Solana, I think it could easily go to $1,000 this cycle, and I wouldn't be surprised, Moonboy prediction, of it hitting $2,000 this cycle. You know, sometimes it's even hard to explain, but you just have this sense of being in the market for as long as I have, and you just see the it factor with some of these cryptos, and Solana is one of them. It's also a project that I recommend everybody have some in their portfolio because you will make money on it. It's guaranteed. The VCs are going to pump the hell out of it. That being said, let's move on. Number 3 is Neon EVM. Now, Neon EVM is the first EVM bridge from Ethereum or EVM compatible chains to Solana. Now, that is, in my opinion, one of the most bullish narratives this cycle. Reason being is that Ethereum developers can take the projects they're currently working on Ethereum, move them over to the Solana chain using the same code structure and code language that they're currently using. While moving over to Solana, they get to take advantage of the scalability and the cheaper fee structure. They get to keep the security of the Ethereum chain in that process as well. Very bullish on that narrative, very bullish on Neon itself. It's got an $81 million market cap, still fairly low. It's a narrative that's simple, sweet, and straight to the point, right? It's a very simple use case, but a very powerful use case when it's all said and done. And interoperability is going to be huge, in my opinion, moving forward, because nobody wants to be trapped on a single island and stuck there. They want to be able to bridge over to other blockchains and use different features if they choose to. I think that that's going to be a big narrative moving forward. So, price prediction for Neon, I think it still has a potential of a 50 to 100x in it for this cycle, is reasonable price-wise, and it wouldn't surprise me if it got that high. The other alpha news on Neon is that it was just added to the roadmap for a Coinbase listing. Now, it's already been listed on Crypto.com, which is another tier 1 exchange. And the fact that it's been added to the roadmap for a Coinbase listing is very powerful. Normally, when a coin gets added to the roadmap, it lists within, a week and a half to 2 months from the time of the roadmap listing. So in the next couple of months, we're going to see a Coinbase listing that gives the potential for massive price appreciation, and in the long run gives all of the normal retail investors that just use Coinbase the option to buy it. And with the name, short and simple, sweet, the logo, bright, short, simple, sweet, I think that has a lot to do with the marketing potential of this project as well. So that being said, another project that I think is very important for everyone to have as part of their portfolio moving forward. Number 4, Hivemapper. Now, Hivemapper is in the DePIN narrative, which I think is going to be big this cycle. What it does is it allows regular people using a proprietary webcam to drive around and get paid in honey tokens to do so. Hivemapper is trying to be basically a decentralized Google mapping system, but it's using the public to help them map all around the country, and they're paying them to do so. I think it is a fun and very cool narrative and situation. Now, it's got a $134 million market cap as it sits today, still fairly low, and the team of Hivemapper is part of the team from Helium, which was very successful last cycle. So I expect a very similar situation for Hivemapper. It was recently listed on Coinbase, which is also very powerful news that all the normal retail investors are going to be able to buy it. And I think that that does wonders for price appreciation. I think the Honey token has a 30 to 50x still left in it, potentially more if it gets the attention that Helium got last cycle. Number 5, MintLayer. MintLayer is a Bitcoin layer 2. It's basically an all things decentralized finance for tokenization of real world assets, decentralized finance, and value transfer and exchange. So it's hitting a few different narratives that I like. I think that the Bitcoin BRC20 narrative is going to be big. It wasn't around last cycle, and I think that it's going to be pretty big this cycle because it's new and it's exciting, and Bitcoin in general got more exciting because of the potential of building on top of it now. So Mint Layer itself is allowing DeFi, tokenization of real world assets, and just value transfer in general on top of the Bitcoin blockchain now. The market cap is still very low at $24 million. I think this is an excellent time to get into Mint Layer, and I think it's going to do very well this cycle. Price prediction, as far as X's go, I think it has the potential to still do a 50 to 100x from today. The market cap is low enough, and if it garners the attention that I think it will moving forward, I think that that's very doable. Moving on to the next one, number 6 is Pepe. Pepe, I'm sure everybody knows what this is. It's a meme coin, and there's not a whole lot of utility behind it, except for the fact that it's a green frog, a meme of a green frog, and, you know, it's got a cool short name and a cool green, nice looking logo, cartoon. So that's basically about it. I think as far as Pepe goes, I think it's going to be one of the top meme coins. It's got all the tier 1 exchange listings now, except for Coinbase, I believe. So there's still a little potential for another, you know, shoot up catalyst for price if Coinbase decides to list it. But all of the other exchanges have listed it, and so all the normal retail investors, they love meme coins when they come into the market. And Pepe, I think, is going to be one of the top few that do very well. You know, it's one of those things that's a high risk, high reward, but is it really high risk anymore? Meme coins in general just seem to have their place now. You want to be careful with them to an extent, but the potential for gains in those things are probably more than any other project that I'm going to be mentioning today. You just got to be careful not to hold on to them too long, know when the end of the cycle's coming, and know when to sell it. You don't want to hold a bag of a meme coin all the way back down in the bear market. I just think that every portfolio should have a couple meme coins in it. I think there's a place for them, and I think that they're fun. As long as it's not too big of a percentage of your portfolio, I think that every portfolio should have some meme coins. I think Pepe in general still has a 50x potential to it. Once retail comes back in towards the end of this year, early 2025, I think the sky's the limit for these meme coins. Let's just put it that way. So go ahead and get yourself a little bit of Pepe and just hold on to it and see what happens. So moving on to the next one here. Number 7, we're going to hit the gaming narrative, and that is going to be GFAL, Games for a Living. Now, Games for a Living has been a little bit lackluster in price movement over the last, basically since December of last year. But I think there's a gaming narrative right around the corner. Everything goes in, small cycles of when they pump. I think gaming's right around the corner, and the reason why I'm holding on to this project and that it's my number 1 gaming project in my portfolio for this cycle is basically because of the team. Now, the team is top-notch. The CEO of GFAL is also the CEO of
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Everybody who's into video games and sports in general knows who EA Sports is. They have some of the best, most popular video games on the market. It's Chip Hawkins, by the way. I forgot to mention his name, but he is the CEO. The only thing that I would like to see with GFAL is some more centralized exchange listings. I can't imagine Chip Hawkins in his first endeavor into Web3 wanting to fail. So I think there's a lot riding on this, and I don't think he's going to let this project fail. Next, we have number 8. And that is going to be Open Fabric AI. We're going to hit our AI narrative in this pick. And the reason why I really like it is because Open Fabric is its own layer 1 on top of being AI. A lot of AI projects are built on other blockchains, and while that's cool and all, Open Fabric is its own layer 1, and I think that that accrues more value over time. So it's hitting the layer 1 narrative as well as the AI narrative all in one. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on this project. So what Open Fabric is it's a one-stop shop essentially for developers, and I think even regular people like you and I, for all your AI needs in building dApps in the Web3 space. So they've just got a bunch of different helpful tools, I guess you could say, to help you build a decentralized application in the Web3 space. You can go over to their website and start building in Web3, and they've got a bunch of AI tools that'll help you build whatever you need to build over there. Pretty cool narrative, and it's a $27 million market cap right now. It's still pretty low in market cap. I think this easily has a 50 to 100x still left in it, especially hitting on the AI and the layer 1 narratives. Moving on. Number 9, we have got Myro, second meme coin in my portfolio. And Myro is basically just another dog meme coin. It's a dog named after one of the Solana founders, named Myro. Reason why it's kind of bullish is that Shiba Inu was the dog of one of the Ethereum founders, and it did very well last cycle. So we're kind of piggybacking on Solana blockchain being what I would consider probably the it blockchain, most everything to be built on this cycle. And Myro could be the Shiba of this cycle on the Solana blockchain. I think it's got pretty good potential to do something in that vicinity. I think an easy 100x is still possible for Myro, and it's got a short name. You know, it's a dog logo. The dogs always do well. And I think that allocating a small percentage of your portfolio to Myro is going to be looked back on like a very good decision. That'll be it for Myro. There's not a whole lot to talk about there. Meme coins, like I said, don't have any utility, but I still think there's a place for them in everyone's portfolio as long as you're not over allocating to it, smaller percentages, and see what happens. It's more of a gambling play. And last but not least, number 10 in the portfolio is going to be Sui. Now, I don't hear a lot of people talking about Sui. Maybe some of the bigger YouTube channels talk about it a little bit more than some smaller YouTube channels that I watch, but I still don't hear that many people talking about it. It launched in 2022, and it is kind of fallen under the radar at this point. Now, it's a layer 1. It uses the Move programming language, which is a new language that's very fast and very easy to program with. It's a very easy language to use, according to developers. A lot of people think that the Rust moving language from Solana is like chewing glass, is an analogy that they use. And when some that have moved over to the Move programming language on Sui has said it is like a breath of fresh air, very easy to use. Sui has a huge VC backing, and just like Solana had last cycle, Sui has a lot of the same backers. Now, I'm reading the tea leaves again and getting my spidey senses up for this project, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Sui this cycle is going to be the Solana of last cycle. Now, there's a few other projects like Aptos and Sai, or Say, however you say it, that are in a similar category as far as one of them could be taking that crown of being the Solana this cycle. I am taking the bet that it's going to be Sui, and I'm putting my chips into Sui, and we're going to see if I'm right. Now, it's already listed on tier 1 exchanges, Coinbase, Binance, all of that. A little bit of a dump after the launch and kind of went sideways here and slowly moved back up. But it's been a slow climb, but a very steady climb all the way up here. There's something about it that has that it factor that I think is going to take off like Solana did last cycle. I think the potential is very high. Like I said, the VC backers are heavy into this project. And we all know what VC backing can do to a project. It pumps the living hell out of it. So that'll do it for the top 10 projects that I'm investing in. Now, be your own investor. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research on all of these projects before investing in them. I appreciate everyone watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.